Story in the Express so ridiculous it sounds like it's made up. This is unbelievably the world we live in. There's some teething issues in prison, Diane.
I can't even begin. So the Express has gone with trans killer now identifies as infant and demands dummy nappies and baby food in jail. So a prisoner called Sophie Eastwood, like, just to give you the talk. So once upon a time, Sophie Eastwood was Daniel Eastwood and was put into jail in 2004 for dangerous driving. Whilst in jail, with a month to go until they were released, Daniel murdered his cellmate by strangling him to death in a very violent manner. And he was given life with a minimum sentence of 15 years. Then in 2016, after a session with a psychologist, Daniel realised he was a woman and wanted to become Sophie Eastwood. And now in 2023, apparently, Sophie wants to be baby Sophie. And I can't help feeling that I mean, there's limits here. I don't know whether this is a fetish by this person. I don't know whether this person is simply seeing what they can get away with because they're bored.
Well, maybe instead of being transferred to a women's prison, they want to be transferred to the naughty step.
Yeah, possibly. They definitely... I feel like this is somebody who's just trying to escape from who they are. And unfortunately, it really does... it really does give genuine trans people a bad look, because this now, it makes genuine trans people, this is the kind of thing that they don't want in the news. And this is a very minor person who's doing this. Like, it's one person who is a horrid human being.
This is what I hear all the time. Oh, it's just one person. But there's a lot of just one persons doing, you know, wanting to identify as whatever. There's a lot of men who want to identify as babies. I've seen it in other things. The thing that worried me, the thing that jumped out at me, I mean, people can want to do whatever they want. They can dress up, you know, wear a nappy, whatever you want to do, fine. You know, just don't, you know,
don't make everybody else get involved.
Make everybody... I'm not going to come along and give you a cuddle. But something that jumped out for me was that prison bosses are taking the demands seriously.
I really hope they're not.
Taking the demands seriously.
I tell you why they probably are, is because the process within Scotland enforces that they have to and allows for these things to take place. I mean, I really do love Scotland, Leo. Half my family are Scottish and I love them all dearly. But
sounds like you're saying I'm not a racist, but
at the end of the day,
why you hate Scotland.
When the world is going absolutely mental like it is, Scotland is starting to lead the way. And
I didn't see it coming either, Paul. It surprised me.
And it's because of the government within Scotland. You know, you speak to the average Scotsman or woman or trans person, they're not interested in this. And Diane hit the nail on the head, actually. All this nonsense aside, and there are many stories like this now, they're always going to jump out. All this nonsense aside, the people in this particular case that have been undermined the most are transgender people. They don't want to see this stuff. This completely undermines everything. That's why they should buckle down on the process and prevent it from happening in the first place.
The people that are being undermined the most are babies that are going to have to share a cot with this man.